Got him? Good one? That sounds like a good one.
There we go.
Look at you go, Brian.
There we go.
KVD.
Oh my God.
In the house.
You see where he came out of right there?
Yep.
We didn't put the other GoPro up. Oh my God, I drilled him.
That's the good thing of those trail cars, man.
Look at that. Look where it went through his face.
I know. Like, they just don't come off.
It ain't huge, but that is freaking fun, dude. Most keepers I've caught in one day on Dardanelle probably ever. That's a good one.
Let me see.
He's still there.
Just pull your rod straight if you can.
No, he's coming through that.
I don't think I can get in there to that either. I'll try, but I think that's gonna be about as close as I can get.
Think you can get out and go around?
Maybe.
He might not be that big, but he freaking pumped the shit out of it, bro.
I'm trying to go right here where that hole is.
I'm pretty sure he's still on there. I think he's just pinned up in that grass. Well,
Don't you like it?
I freaking love it.
It's just like you're straight
I
up
mean,
going to war.
I'm sorry that we're gonna end up ruining this match.
It's okay. Where's your line at?
Hey, little guy.
No, that's a good fish. Hey, let me see you.
I'll take it. Look at his mouth. All jacked up. He's dark. Probably didn't help that I just jacked him off here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got him. Look at you go, man.
Oh, oh, that's the other one.
Oh, yeah.
He's blind. That's why it took him so long to hit it. All right. There we go. Look at that eye.
Dang.
See that? That's what I'm freaking talking about, dude. This is so much fun. Got it?
Yeah. I got it. It's okay. Come on. He may have got off.
Huh?
He may have got off. Yeah, I think he got off. Damn it. No, he's still on. I know.
Here.
Yeah.
Get down there.
I'll get him. I got it. Just don't want to get bit by a snake.
Nice. How tiny fella. Thought I was gonna teach you how to do it all day.
Whatever. Nice. He'd have kept, I think. Yeah, maybe.
Oh yeah, for sure. Trust me, I've measured enough fish in desperation on this lake to know that.
Got him? Good one? Nah, it's up in there deep. He's a keeper, but
Not a bad one.
nice.
Jesus. Keep saying it's getting hot out here, but then I'm like, I don't
No, I think that's the littlest one of the day.
Leave it to Daniel to catch the smallest fish of the day. Right after my smallest fish of the day. Hey, you want to know how long that took? 3.5 minutes. Am I going to catch one in 8 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to stop that and go? Hey! Oh, damn. That's a good one, isn't it?
Not bad.
Oh, sorry, you look a lot bigger. That's a good one, though. That's a good, almost 3-pounder, huh? Dude, when he came to the top, I really thought that was a much bigger fish.
Still not a bad one.
No.
I mean, dude, you could do this all the time. I mean, we could have had so many better finishes in some of these tournaments, but still.
Probably would have cleaned house in the ACS, you know? What do you think?
2 to 2.5, probably. He's heavy. I mean, feel him.
I know. They're all
He's fat and
so
healthy.
Freaking healthy. Oh, easy. 2.5. It is one of the heaviest 16 and a half inch fish I've ever seen. Well, that's not free spawn. Which is also really surprising to me. These fish must be just gorging on bluegill and shad and this stuff. You know?
Oh, I know.
Because they are fat.
So what I want to do is I want to talk about the gear that we used in today's video. You know, the guy I actually was fishing with, Ryan, you know, he said he had never actually punched grass. So it's a concept that maybe not everybody does, and it can be a lot of fun. So what I'd like to do is just kind of explain what you look for and, you know, what we did today and some of the equipment we used today and why you have to have this type of equipment to be effective in these situations. So when you get into lakes that offers aquatic vegetation, and you know, it can be several different types. There's hydrilla, there's hyacinth grass, there's a bunch of different types of grass, and a lot of times what happens is, depending upon the body of water you're fishing, they mat up or they come into thick congregated sections. And a lot of times when you get bluebirds, you know, days where the sun's straight overhead and there's not a cloud in the sky and it gets pretty stagnant to fish in certain situations, you can fish this grass because it offers shade. You know, and the water temp will be a little bit cooler there. There's always going to be bait hanging around that area, and the fish can get under there and it creates ambush points. And you know, they're usually, no matter where you're at, there's usually, when the grass is green and there, always some fish hanging there. So, you know, kind of, it's one of those things that, you know, when you do your other things you're wanting to do and that didn't pan out, or you know, maybe the conditions line up that day and you know that bite should be on, it's a good option to try. So what you need is you need to use a heavy tungsten weight. You know, so like I have this, I'm throwing this on 65-pound braid. I got a heavy action, extra heavy 7'9" rod. So you want something that has a lot of power to it. So when you set into those fish and they're buried down in that grass, you can pull them up out of it. And you need a heavy weight that'll punch down through that. And you'll have to experiment on your weight size. You know, you want to use whatever you have to get through. And then, you know, once you do find that size to get through, sometimes you may keep scaling up to go heavier. Sometimes you want to use a lighter weight. Let the fish tell you. If you're throwing a, you know, 3/4 ounce and you're getting through, and you're not getting any bites, you know, kind of sounds odd, but upsize your weight, because sometimes the rate of fall will also trigger bites. Sometimes they want that bait to just flash right by them, and it's an instinct that they just grab it. You know, so you may want to use a heavier weight, and then vice versa. If you're using a heavy weight and you're not getting any bites, maybe try to scale down, go the opposite. See if you can make that bait fall just, you know, slightly fall or slower through the water column. So just play around, just like you'd play around with bait colors, play around with your weight size. Use a heavy line. I'm using 65-pound braid. I usually don't ever punch with anything less than 65-pound braid. Some people do, I just don't. It's a confidence thing. I like to know that whatever I'm setting into, I'm going to get it out. You know, and also you're talking about a setup that's not cheap. You got a $8+ weight and a, you know, dollar hook or so, depending on what you throw. I like to throw trocar. They work really good. A lot of times, what's nice about this type of fishing is, you know, you usually don't have to do a lot to get them, you know, get a good hook set. You're not having to set up into those fish. Those fish have it. You're just kind of leaning the rod into it, and you have that really sharp, you know, heavy duty flipping hook like this trocar that punctures through this plastic and usually gets them perfect every time. So there's not a whole lot of, you know, snapping the rod real heavy. You're gonna feel the bite. The fish is just there. It's a crazy feeling. So you know, next time, if you've never tried this pattern, next time you go to a lake that has some matted grass, you know, break out a heavy rod, throw you a heavy weight, and go in there and start punching through it. It's a ton of fun. It's my favorite way of fishing when I can do it. So just get out and explore it. And I hope that you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned.